So my name is Alfredo, and today I'm going to talk about school advertising. So, with budget cuts occurring, schools are losing funds, and this also affects students as well because it's taking away their education. And this is an issue that could affect us, our siblings. For some of you who have children, it could affect them too, or even our children in the future, as we said, have children. And I've been a victim of. I've experienced budget cuts. An event that happened. I was in high school. It was my sophomore year. It was the first day, and it was more crowded than usual. It was more people and unfamiliar faces as well, and then classrooms were really crowded, and it was becoming more less of a learning environment. Teachers were they couldn't really help anyone since there was so many kids. They have to maintain a schedule, and so later I found out that we took in a local high school that their high school got shut down, and So budget can hurt us as students, and but if we consider advertisements in school, they could fund schools, and then schools could provide more to their students. So first I'm going to go over the problems that budget cuts cause and what causes those problems, and then I'm going to talk about the solution. So first, let's look at problems. So the first problem is schools are getting closed, and it's taking away education from the students. In the webpage, Education International, last updated May 30th, 2013, announced that 50 schools would be shut down. And there's some cases where some schools are getting closed down early. So. And there's another article saying, according to Christina Wilkie from Huffington Post, last updated April 22nd, 2015, 6 school districts located in Arkansas will close early this year due to budget cuts. So they are both closing schools and closing schools early. So students don't have a proper place where they can learn, or they're taking their learning time away also. So the second problem would be teachers getting laid off. According to Danielle Douglas and the Washington Post, last updated May 6, 2015 states, many schools have already cut faculty and staff to keep tuition down. So schools are letting teachers go, letting faculty go, in order to keep tuition low for students. And I believe that the teachers are very important because they are the leaders of the new generation. So they're part of the new generation. So now that I talked about 2 problems that budget cuts cause, let's look at the causes of it. So according to Michael Leachman and Chris Mai from Center of Budget and Policy Properties, last updated May 20th, 2014, at least 35 states are providing less funds for students. So less funds means schools cannot provide as much for their students nor their teachers. And so now that I talked about the problems that budget cuts bring and the causes of it, let's look at the solution. So the best solution, in my opinion, would be letting companies advertise their products in their schools. Therefore, schools can receive more funds, and then students won't have to go through all those things. As reported by Kay Pauley from Verifax, last updated December 18, 2012, many schools across the country are turning to advertising as a source of revenue for the school, and as a result are able to keep their programs they have and even be able to sponsor new programs. So this can really benefit schools, and make sure, and then this could also make sure that students are receiving their proper education. So to bring things to an end, ads in school are something we should really consider. By considering ads, by considering ads as a solution, we will have better education because it provides school with money, and schools can also provide better education for the students. So I'm sure that there's other ways schools could raise money, but this would have to be the most effective way, in my opinion. So yeah, we should just consider schools advertising. Yeah.